Hello, everybody, and welcome into Talking Fitchburg. It is me here, Preston, and I'm gonna get you educated about the weather and the news because those are my two passion projects, and of course, I'm the only one needed to do this segment. So let's start going. Okay.
No,
Wait a
Preston,
minute.
Preston, come on.
Wait a minute.
We're talking about the weather here, so that can mean only one thing, Preston.
Wait a minute. Quick.
Wait. How is this working?
Turn
Preston.
it around.
Preston, what's going on here?
Wow.
Am I talking in the monitor right now? Is that what's going on here?
So I've used a little bit of my magic, ladies and gentlemen. We can never talk about my powers again, but I've used magic to transport Jeremy into the monitor so he can talk about weather. So
First
Jeremy,
off, I have some questions of why you banned me from my seat and put me in the TV, but we'll save that for...
we'll talk about that another day.
Save that for a rainy day. Hey, Preston, we're talking about severe weather and where it occurs. Occurs every year here in Wisconsin, right?
Uh-huh.
And as we learned from yesterday from Tim Halbach from the National Weather Service, we learned about making that plan and being ready when severe weather comes in. That means weather radio. That means where are you going to go when that disaster strikes. It doesn't just have to be tornadoes, by the way. You always hear the emphasis about tornadoes. We get a lot of severe thunderstorms, high winds, hail, and we got to know how to take action.
We sure do.
Preston, you and I are going to guide the folks right now through what we do in each disaster.
Okay. Let's talk about sheltering locations, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy, take it away.
Yeah, this one's good. So the easiest one, staying away from the windows, right? There's going to be flying debris. Stuff could get, it can just get bad. I just posted up a graphic, by the way, of where to take shelter if you are in your house. It was done by the National Weather Service in Minneapolis. But getting to that lowest part of the building in a sturdy room is a good place. If you don't have a basement, Preston, you got a basement where you live?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Well, if you don't have a basement, you go to an interior closet or bathroom, but basically getting yourself away from the outside, if you will. And if I stand out of the way here, you can kind of see that diagram here of what that looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting into that closet makes things just a little bit easier. If you are. And then consider burying yourself as well. Like put stuff over you, blankets, covers, whatever. If you have a helmet, by the way, you got a helmet? You probably got a Lions helmet.
Who doesn't have a helmet?
You don't?
We all have a helmet.
You all have a helmet. Well, either way, unless it's a Vikings helmet, you can use that. Yeah, don't you do it. All right, next slide here. All right, Preston, what about if you're driving?
Hey, that's a serious situation.
So, I drove through a few of these, and as you can see here, you really are not going to survive necessarily staying in a car and out,
Yeah,
standing
they can be rolled or lofted, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy.
Do you remember from the Weather Channel when they were doing a storm chase and they got caught in a tornado? Mm-hmm. And it looks like somebody just came and picked up and threw their car like a toy. Yeah. It's not a safe place to be.
So if you're in your car, what's the recommendation here, Jeremy?
Get out of your car. Get off the highway. Find a gas station. Find a house. Find even a deep ditch, if you will.
Okay.
And I can't demonstrate because the camera won't go down, but
right.
Get to that lowest spot. Cover your head. Get on your knees. Cover your head, sort of thing. You'll stay safe. All right. Next piece, Preston.
All right.
What if you're in a mobile home or manufactured home? We do have some of that here in the Fitchburg area. So if you don't have shelter, you need to find something. And this is where that plan's really a good place. Some of the mobile home parks that I visited, even where our grandma lived, they had a shelter place that you could go to. Mm-hmm. So find out if you got that. And just being aware that, I like this here, that, finding somewhere with 24-hour access. And
know how long it takes to get there. Mm-hmm. And, of course, have several ways to receive warnings. We're always talking about the weather radios as well as, just listening for the audible signal from the tower itself too. So have multiple ways. Your phone's always good as well. Hey, how about for maybe the youngsters, maybe some people in returning education situations? What if you're at school?
Yeah, I would count this one for school or work, but long hallways with window doors either at either end are not a safe place. It's sort of like a wind tunnel. Mm-hmm. Whoosh, they'll just pass right through you. So everybody needs to find a different location, if you will. And actually today, Andrew and I are going to demonstrate that here at City Hall during the mock fire drill, that finding a place that's not in those type of hallways, in a basement, whatever, but
right. So
you're trying to avoid those windows and exterior walls, basically.
So bathrooms, locker rooms. Again, same as when you're in your house, getting as many walls between you and the outside as possible, as few windows as possible. All that.
I think that picture does justice for that.
The picture? nails it. There you go.
It's a wind tunnel, if you will.
And then we just quickly mentioned it, the weather radios, but how are some other ways that people can find out if there's hazardous weather on the way?
Yeah, and coming up here in the next, after this break, we're going to be talking with Tim Halbach, and he'll actually tell you about the weather radios are the fastest way to get that weather information. But if you're into the technology, like certainly everybody is, you can sign up for wireless apps, set up that phone to go off when severe weather is in the area. But that's all part of making that plan and putting it together. Also, Preston, we do want to take a look here quickly at preparing for that mock tornado watch and warning drill both this afternoon and tonight. Tim Halbach, take it away.
What'll happen is, well, ahead of time, we work with the state organizations that are part of the test to look at the forecast and just say whether or not we think severe weather is going to potentially happen on Thursday. If it does look like we're going to have that shot, then we'll postpone the test until Friday. Right now, it doesn't look like that's going to be an issue, so I think we'll be a go for Thursday. Going into Thursday, there'll be a test tornado watch or a mock tornado watch that gets issued at 1 p.m. from the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. Minnesota is actually doing the test at the exact same time that we are. So it'll be for us and them. Tornado warning, mock tornado warning goes out at 1:45. That all ends at 2 o'clock. And then the last part will be the 6:45 test or mock tornado warning in the evening. There will not be a watch with that one, and that will end at 7 o'clock in the evening.
As I said, we're going to take a quick break, and coming up next, we're going to continue our interview with Tim Halbach from the National Weather Service, talking about those weather radios and talking about staying safe during Severe Weather Awareness Week. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.